Welcome back everyone, Mudford here. We've decided our racing program is going to be going in a new direction. And by racing, I'm not talking about ATV racing, I'm talking about auto racing, drag racing. We've had the Mustang first, and I ended up selling that and then going with the Buick Regal GS. So we've reached the low 13s, and I think if we get our traction issues solved, we would be probably high 12s, and we're kind of just about maxed out for what I want to do with that car. So I was looking for a project, sort of, not really, but kind of something. Like I was thinking of a Fiero to put that drivetrain in. And then on Facebook Marketplace, something just kind of fell in my lap, and another project car followed me home last night. So I'll just show you what we got. So we've got a 1985 Porsche 944, but notice the wheels, there's a little difference here. Something is kind of strange. We'll just do a walk around of this car real quick first. We'll do it the sort of vice grip garage style. We're just gonna kind of get right in. See, she's got some little dings in it. Somebody's put a few little creases, but when you look down here, she is solid. If you look in here at the floorboards, everything is solid. Everything looks pretty darn good. Bottom of the doors, everything. Rockers, perfect. I really don't see a speck of rust on this car. There's a few little things that are kind of cobbled up. We're gonna have to probably cut this out a little more maybe, and we'll see. Get some fender flares. We'll probably go with some kind of a fender flare on here and get this sealed up. But looks pretty darn good. A little bit of, there was a little ding here. Somebody ran into something. But I've got all the lights, the bumpers, all that sort of stuff for it. So I'm not real worried about that. The one big thing I'm missing is the sunroof. And it's a great big old sunroof. So until we find one of those, I just kind of got this on here now to keep some of the elements out somewhat. But this is what kind of makes this thing unique and what makes it really go with our racing program right here. If I can figure out how to open this trunk. Well, I can't figure out how to get the trunk open, so I'll just let you gaze onto this. So, yeah. That's sitting right here. Right behind the driver. So what we've got here is a GM 3800 hand transmission with a cradle that bolts right into the Porsche frame. So somebody has modified the car to allow this GM subframe to bolt to its frame. So I'm probably going to do a bunch of work cleaning this up, because of course I'm not real fond of all this work that somebody else did. So then we're going to have to make an enclosure over the engine as well. So the good thing about this car is this is the same setup that we have in the Regal, our Sleeper GS. We've done a few things to it. You've seen the videos, hopefully. If you haven't, take a look at the playlist for the Sleeper Regal GS. So we're just going to pop this drivetrain right out and pop the Regal one in here. Probably going to do a few mods. I would really love to get ZZ Performance on board and give me a little bit of help with some of the more expensive mods I'd like to do. We've given them a little bit of publicity. I don't know. We'll just see what we can do with that. Probably nothing, but I don't know. Maybe worth a shot. We're going to try to make the engine a little faster. Just a couple of mods and some durability mods like timing chain, oil pump, oil pan replacement, replace the intake gasket, and heck, while we're going that far, we might as well put a cam in it and new valve springs. So that's kind of my goal with that. And then the trans, I'd like to just beef it up. There's a few components that they sell that just make it a little, would make it a little stronger. I'd really like to get a gear ratio change set with a chain and gears, but I don't know, I don't see those in stock. But anyway, that's the plan, is to get that in here, make a cover for it, obviously get it plumbed up, like probably plumb through this. Got a pretty high tunnel here. We can run hoses and probably some AN fittings is probably what we'll switch to. Run up to the radiator, trans cooler, run power steering lines, maybe even AC if we're lucky, and get this thing ready to go. And we'll take this engine and probably just clean it up a little, make sure everything's working on it, maybe change some gaskets, simple things like that. Throw this in the Buick, and this will probably make a good starter car for Jeremiah. He's 14 years old now. 3800 is a pretty dependable drivetrain. This transmission is good. Be cool to get him set up in the Regal with this drivetrain in it and have him learn to drive in that. That's the plan. Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe any ideas you have or whatever. There's going to be a lot of fabrication. Probably end up putting a roll cage in here of some sort, because I'm hoping to go that fast. We'll see. We got a pretty solid car here, considerably lighter than the Buick. It's going to be rear wheel drive now. I think this will just be a fun car, and hopefully we can have something going for Rocky Mountain Race Week for next year. So pretty soon I will actually own this car. Right now, this is my wife's car. That was kind of part of the deal when I bought this car, is it stays on the trailer until I get some of the work done in the house that she wants done. Really appreciate it if you guys would watch the videos. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that, because I'm going to be slowly working on this car, hopefully over the winter. And hopefully come spring, I will have a running, driving hybrid Porsche GM 944 mid-engine. So thanks for watching.